You caught me.
Grianos?
So that was Vita Clotilde's doing?
There's no need to be so wary of me. I merely did what you were planning to do anyway, didn't I? I just did you a favor.
A likely story.
You can't seriously expect us to believe that. Last time you tried to do us a favor, you abducted Elise and Princess Alphen.
Oh, woe is me. I don't seem to be very popular here.
What really brought you here? How did you even know this place existed? Even I didn't until Celine told me.
Unlike you, I'm a fully fledged witch, in the truest sense of the word. As such, I know everything. Far more than a trainee like you could even begin to imagine.
Sounds like you've long known all there is to know about this place.
More than you and the Elder do, in fact. Oh, I know! Why don't I take this opportunity to enlighten you on a fun little something? That being the true purpose of the Hexen clan to which we belong.
What is this light?
A flash grenade?
No, this is...
Something's flowing into my head. What did I just see? It felt like one of someone's memories.
Whatever it was, I witnessed it as well. And I presume that blonde-haired woman in it must be.
That shouldn't have been possible. Just what did you do for us to see that?
Think of it as a special treat from me. Ordinarily, only the Ashen Awakener would have been able to see it, but I allowed the rest of you to see it too. As for what it is, it's a glimpse of the truth regarding what really happened during the War of the Lions.
The truth? And that really was a memory from...
Drykel's the Lionheart, yes. And the woman with him was the Lance Maiden, Leanne Sandlot. During the war, they too had to borrow the strength of a divine knight. And they were drawn into a conflict between fragments of the great power. Just like Reen and Crow during this war.
Wait, there's no way the War of the Lions involved divine knight battles.
If that had been the case, surely the world would know of it. I've never seen anything like that in any history book I've ever read.
Actually, I have heard mention of that from Grandmother. Wait, doesn't that mean...
Oh, has the truth finally dawned on you? The fragments of the great power are destined to be drawn to one another, forced to collide over and over and over. These dark times Erebonia is going through have repeated themselves since time immemorial. And every time, the truth of what happened disappears from the memories of all. That is how this system works.
System?
Hold on a moment. I can't follow what you're saying.
Oh, don't feel bad if you're having trouble wrapping your head around it. That's perfectly normal. After all, that's just how this world is.
Wait, you aren't suggesting the clan's true purpose is...
Aha! Did you finally realize the fundamental role we witches play? We shoulder the responsibility of operating and managing part of that giant system. Not that I would expect an apprentice and her familiar to know anything about that. The Elder knows, of course, but she chose not to share the knowledge with you, likely fearing it would be a burden. But how pitiful is it to have lived for the sake of fulfilling your duty as a witch without knowing what that duty really is? I almost feel sorry for you.
Don't look away, Emma. There's no need to be afraid of accepting the truth.
Reen?
Oh?
I know what it's like to be afraid of accepting new revelations about who I am or about my past. I feel like once I know, life will never be the same again. Maybe that's true, but there's one thing that I can believe in beyond a shadow of a doubt. That my classmates and all the people who've stood by me through everything that we've been through will keep standing by me to the very end and accept me for who I am no matter what.
Yeah. Everyone accepted me despite my past as a Jaeger.
Hold your head up high, Emma. There's nothing in this world that could stop us from proudly standing at your side until the bitter end.
I don't know what to say. Vida, thanks to you, I finally noticed the change in my own feelings.
Change?
I enrolled at Thor's to fulfill my duty as a witch. I won't deny that. Nor will I deny that until that point, I effectively lived to carry out that duty, obeying all I was taught without question. But that's the past. Now, I feel very different. Now, I want to live a life of my own, together with the classmates I've been fortunate enough to meet. I'm no longer the person I used to be.
Emma!
That's one way to steal your resolve.
That's the class president we know.
I'm impressed. You've matured a lot more than I was expecting during your time at the academy.
Vida?
But let's put that to the test, shall we? I haven't had the opportunity to train you in some time, so this is as good a chance as any to see what you're capable of now. Dance, dance, my sweet little bird. Behold, your master's foes. Bare your fangs and raise your talons.
What the?
Everyone get back! Quickly!
It grew? What did she do to it?
It's called Savant Vols. It allows a witch to pour an incredible amount of mana into their familiar. I'd imagine she's given it more power than even a cryptid possesses.
Well then, Emma, let's see what you're capable of. Show me if you have the strength to back up your words.
Please, everyone, lend me your power.
You've got it!
Leave it to us!
Did we defeat it?
It felt as though we did, at least.
Impressive. It seems you can back up your words.
It looks pretty worn out. I'm surprised Grianos can even fly after that. You don't plan to keep on fighting, do you?
No, I think that will do for today. Poor Grianos needs a rest, for one thing.
Vida.
Well, Emma, you've demonstrated the strength of your resolve. Still, I don't think you need me to remind you that resolve only gains worth when it's seen through to the end.
Yes, I know. I'll find a path through life on my own. And I will stop you.
Emma.
I'm sure you will.
I can't see you succeeding in that regard, but feel free to try. I'll leave the last of the treasures in your hands. I'll see you again soon, at the infernal rite.
Are you sure, Captain?
Yes, absolutely. Several days ago, the Alliance moved their line of defense around the capital westward, which means that the east side of the capital, and in particular the area around Trista, are much more exposed than before.
That could totally work in our favor.
Lucky us. Yeah, it sounds like we might finally be able to achieve what we set out to do.
We finally have a chance to wrestle the Academy from the Alliance's grasp.
Guess the Alliance is so focused on trying to defend Heimdall, they don't have time to worry about Trista. We couldn't have asked for a better chance than this.
I have some other news that may be of interest to you as well. The Noble Alliance forces are no longer the ones supervising Thor's military academy. Instead, they've assigned that task to the upper-class students, so the army can focus on defending the capital.
Why the upper-class students?
I imagine they were chosen so the Academy would technically still be under the control of the nobility. I'm sure they're up to the task either way.
Are we talking about all of the upper-class students or just a select number of them?
The Academy is being overseen by a group of students calling themselves the Order of the Lion. The group is centered around high-ranking nobles, and its commander is one of the sons of Marquis Higharms, Patrick T. Higharms.
Patrick? I'd heard that he was still at the Academy, but just what is he doing?
And what's this Order of the Lion?
I know nobles love tradition, but that name sounds like something torn from a history textbook.
Other key members include the son and daughter of Count Florald, together with a butler and maid from the upper-class dormitory. To my knowledge, the principal and the other instructors remain imprisoned within the academy itself, however.
Ferris is taking part too?
If I had to wager a guess, the Alliance ordered them to. Not like they're in a position to refuse.
That's a little worrying.
Principal Van Dyke is an honorary general of the army as well, so naturally, the army is concerned for his well-being. As such, we of the RMP are preparing to liberate Trista and the Academy from the nobility. It will be carried out before the battle for Heimdall can begin, using our most elite units.
Oh,
But that means...
Captain, would you consider postponing your operation for at least a few days?
Reen,
Do you not think the RMP is up to the task?
I don't doubt for a moment that you are. But since the day we were entrusted with the Courageous, no, even before that, liberating the Academy has been our dream. I don't just mean Class 7's dream either. It's something that every single student gathered on this ship wants to be a part of. You could even say it's our duty. Whether someone else could handle it isn't the issue. It's what we've come this far for. We want to do it with our own hands.
Thank you, Reen. I feel the same way as Reen does. Thor's was established by one of my ancestors, so I feel a connection to it in that sense. It feels only right that those who have an attachment to the Academy should come together to take it back.
She's absolutely right. We've come all this way believing it would lead us back to the Academy. We can't just leave the last step of our journey to you. After all that's happened, I think we're the ones who should be fighting that Order of the Lion, don't you?
yeah, you're right.
Yep, it's gotta be us. We've all put an enormous amount of effort into making it this far. It's only fair, right?
We wouldn't be setting a very good example as second years if we didn't see tasks we've taken on through to the end.
I want to go and save Uncle Makaram too! That's a lot of yes votes right there.
I'm pleased to see we're all unanimous.
Yeah, I want to do this too, Claire!
Really, Milliam? You too?
So, Captain, please, won't you leave taking back Trista and the Academy to us?
We realize we're asking a lot, but this is genuinely important to us.
When I finally see Dad again, I want to be able to look back and feel proud of all I've done.
I was never raised to beg, but in this case, no price is too great.
I wasn't expecting to get quite so strong a reaction from you. It's almost like we went to different schools. I've never felt quite the devotion and attachment to the Academy all of you clearly possess. So it's a little strange for me to see how much each of you are willing to sacrifice, just so you can liberate Trista together. But strange in a good way.
Is that a yes?
We'll wait 2 days. Trista will form a vital base in our operation to take Heimdall. It needs to be liberated as soon as possible. I hope that will be enough time for you to achieve your dream of taking it back.
Thank you, Captain.
If you weren't with the RMP already, you'd make a hell of an actress, you know. You put on quite a show for someone who was gonna say yes all along.
And what makes you say that? Regardless, I will be praying for your success. I look forward to seeing you all again in Heimdall after this war is over.
Thank you.
Good luck to you too, Captain. The operation will begin today at 1200 hours. Make sure you've done everything you need to do before then.
As you already know, I won't be taking part in this one. This one's all you. My job as your teacher is to stay here and wish you luck. I know you can do it.
Thank you.
We've still got some time until then, so it might be worth going around and making sure we've got all we need.
Yeah, we can't be too prepared. Not this time.
Incidentally, how goes the development of Valamar's Tachi?
The prototype was finished last night. There's still some work left before it's completely finished. But personally, I'd say the progress we've made is nothing to scoff at.
Professor Schmidt's really something, isn't he? I guess, but he could lighten up a little. I went to go play down in his workshop and he was all super mad at me.
Were you expecting to be welcomed with a hug and some candy?
Anyway, by the sound of it, he's going to keep finding ways to improve it until the very last minute. I'm gonna be swamped with helping him out, but I should still be able to tune your Arcus units if you guys need it.
We just might take you up on that, George.
Whatever ensures you're as ready as possible. So much is resting on this battle. I don't want us to go in with any regrets.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Trista so quiet before, though. Seeing our dorm again really brings back memories, though. Just a few months ago, this was our home. It's finally dawning on me that we're actually back. Back in good old Trista.
That's for sure.
It took longer than I would have liked to return, but I'm glad we did.
Even if Crow and Sharon have yet to return, I'm glad that we have.
But we're almost there. Now, on to the academy. Not much farther to go.
Ah, should have known it'd be you guys.
Micht!
Glad to see you're alive.
And kicking. I guess it's good to see you kids back here, too. You'll be glad to know that the townsfolk are the same as ever in spite of all this.
Hey, it's Class 7! You're all back!
Did someone just say Class 7?
Wow, it really is them!
If it ain't Toa, too.
Oh boy, am I glad to see you.
The feeling's mutual.
It really is.
When the battle began, we all started taking shelter where we could.
But when we saw the Alliance guys running off with their tails between their legs, we came out here hoping for some good news.
I can't believe you guys actually made it back here.
Looks like Micht was right after all.
Right? Right about what?
I heard from Toval, that you guys would be here to liberate Trista soon. He, told me that we should be here to give you guys a warm welcome.
Really? I guess he must have heard that from Captain Claire or something.
Still, since you're here, I take it you're planning on taking back the Academy? Good on ya! Show us all some real Thor spirit!
You know we will.
Thank you all so much. This really means a lot to all of us. All right, everyone, get ready. We're going in.
Right. I can't believe they're all here to see us.
We're lucky to have everyone's support.
Love is more like it.
We've got you and Toa to thank for that, Reen. Take a moment to be proud of yourselves for once.